Hello, and welcome. Welcome to 353A, B, and C Parenting. My name is Dr. Idara Essie, and I will be your instructor for this course. Whether you're taking 353A, Parenting the Young Child, or 353B, Parenting the School-Aged Child, or 353C, Parenting the Teen and Young Adult Child, I will be the instructor for all three. So let's go over the syllabus. My office is located in the EBA building. I'm on the fourth floor in room 420. My email address is there, and my website is idaraessian.com if you want more information about me. I do hold office hours online or in person on Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. in my office. And our class location and time is fully online. So this is a strictly online course. We will not be meeting in person unless you want to visit me during my office hours. So again, I'm teaching 353A, B, and C. And if anything changes, I do reserve the right to modify the course syllabus or schedule. So please pay close attention to the announcement section. If any of the updates have been made or any announcements that needs to be made, it will be made in the announcement section under in the Blackboard section. Again, our course is all 353A, B, and C. Now for 353A, this is the parenting the young adult child. Parenting the young child. And it examines parenting from conception to age 5 through the lens of attachment, temperament, and behavior regulation in a cultural context. And the effects of parenting styles and interactions on child's development outcomes will be examined. Now for the 353B course, it examines parenting the school-age child between the ages of 5 to 12, and the course will demonstrate how to create developmental tasks, parent-child relationships, parenting styles, parent role as managers, parenting involvement in education. In addition, boundaries and behavioral guidelines for raising emotionally competent children will be addressed. And last but not least, we do have parenting the teen and young adult. And so that is where we examine theories and research on parenting teens and young adults within cultural contexts. The course will look at the effects of parent-child relationships, parent styles, the influence of discipline on identity formation, separation, individuation, and intimacy. And so there are prereqs for this course. The prereqs are CFD 135, 270, and 270L. And for the policy, I do expect students to read the assigned readings as you go through the course. I wouldn't put it off. Putting it off, especially for an online course, is not a good thing. Time management is really important for online courses. So please go through the assigned readings or whatever's in the weekly folders. Make sure you study for exams and quizzes. There are quite a few quizzes in this class, along with exams, and I'll go over the course schedule. We do expect you to write at a college level here at San Diego State, so APA style is the format that we follow, and just make sure that you follow all directions on the assignment so that you can receive the full amount of points. Also, there will be weekly activities. I hope that you can participate in the weekly activities, and I'm referring to the discussion board post. Looking forward to hearing your responses to some of the questions and how you respond to your classmates in a respectful way. And make sure that you honor due dates. I do have a late policy, so just make sure that you keep up with that. The book that is required for the course is Parenting Today's Children. You can receive immediate access to it by clicking on this link or going to the bookstore at Shop Aztecs. For more information, click here. It will have a very inexpensive rate for the textbook. And I know that some of you may have taken the course with me in the past where I have used a learning management system called MindTap. And I will not be using MindTap this semester. I'm just strictly using Blackboard and the textbook. So again, I will not be using MindTap this semester. It is recommended that you have an APA manual. I would suggest if you don't have one, I would go out and buy one. It will be usually recommended for all courses here at CFD, if not most. And the student learning outcomes are aligned with NACE, National Association for Education of Young Children. I have learning outcomes, and the assessment are aligned with the learning outcomes along with the standards as well. And you can go ahead and briefly read through these as it relates to the topic. If you need accommodations, please visit the Student Disability Services. Make a quick phone call, visit the office, and then you can bring in the forms where I can make those adjustments for you. I welcome all students, and I'm here to help everyone learn. So I look forward to hearing from you. Um, as far as an academic honesty, um, plagiarism is not tolerated. There are rules, and I would suggest going over the policy. Anything that deals with copying and pasting work from an online source, using information you find from an online source, or replacing words from an online source by inserting your own words or phrases, or even copying and pasting your work from a previous class is considered plagiarism. So please make sure you read through the policy and put in your best work, your original work. As far as in late assignments, quizzes are not, there are no exceptions for quizzes and final exams. Once the quizzes are in with the dates, the grades are pretty much final. And so I do not allow late quizzes at all. However, if you do miss a late assignment like a discussion board post, since they are very heavy on the point scale, there is a 10% deduction per day. So after 10 days of the video case assignment due date, there will be no late submissions because obviously the entire points have been reduced. So please look over the late and missing assignments section. We have some deliverables here, and that is a video case assignment. There are two. They're both worth 280 points. So please pay attention to the writing prompt. I really want you to do well, and I really want you to get the most amount of points that you can from the assignment. So pay attention to the writing prompt. And then the quizzes are, I believe there are 8, and they're about, I think 60 points each from what I remember, or 40. I would have to go through and see. 30 points each. 30 points each. And also the final exam is worth 200 points. So there is a total of 1,000. Here's the grade scale, it's just a basic grade scale. And here are the video case assignments. There are 2 that are worth 280 points. The quizzes, there are short online quizzes that are worth 30 points each. And the final exam is worth 200 points, and that's at the very end of the semester. And so you'll notice that the course schedule does look like this. It will vary slightly, and it'll have a few similarities across all 3 courses, A, B, and C. When we look at chapters week 1, 2, and 3, and 4, they're pretty much the same. One reason is that we're setting up the foundation, the base for the course. So in order for you to move on to parenting the young child, adult child, or the teenage child, you have to understand the historical, cultural, and theoretical context. You need to understand what contemporary parents or families are. And it pretty much ends the same way too with parenting children with exceptionalities, and that kind of runs across the board for all 3 groups. And you'll see from the left column where it says it gives you the weeks that the assignments or the quizzes are due every 2 weeks. So I have aligned it to be very similar in all 3 courses, A, B, and C, where weeks 1 and 2, it'll give you the dates. And within those dates is usually 2 weeks, and it gives you the topic that we're covering for those 2 weeks, which is chapter 1. And then quiz 1 will be due at the very end of weeks 1 and 2. So it'll be due at the very end of week 2. And the same goes for this. So weeks 3 and 4 covers these 2 weeks. Here's the topic, here's the chapter, and quiz 2 will be due at the end of week 4. And so is the video case assignment due at the end of week 4. So every 2 weeks we have a quiz, and then randomly we do have a video case assignment here and there, and then at the very end we have a final exam. And that's the same for all 3 courses. The topics do change as we get towards the middle. However, the very beginning, and I would say maybe one or two chapters at the very end, are very similar across the three courses. I want to thank you for joining me. I look forward to working with you this session. I hope to see some of you during my office hours just to come in and say hi. I love meeting new students. This is my second semester in the CFD program, but I've been teaching here for quite some time in the College of Ed, and I absolutely love the CFD program, and I look forward to meeting you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.